Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Belson Field here on the campus of St. John's University for this morning's Catholic High School Athletic Association Class AA State Semifinal featuring Canisius High School from Buffalo, New York, and Archbishop Molloy representing the Diocese of Brooklyn and Queens. At this time, we ask everyone to please rise. And as we do at all of our Catholic schools, we begin today's event with a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Good and gracious God, we ask your blessings upon all those involved in today's game. Bless all of the players. May they compete to the best of their ability, in good health, and with good sportsmanship. Bless the coaches, the officials, the parents, the students, and all those who came today to respectfully support them. Continue to bestow your blessings on all of the good work done by our Catholic high schools. May everyone enjoy the game today in the spirit in which it was intended. We ask this as we ask all things through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. We ask everyone to please remain standing as we approach this Veterans Day holiday. We honor all those who have served or continue to serve our country to preserve our freedoms with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin today's semifinal game, we'd like to remind everyone present that one of the main purposes of the Catholic High School Athletic Association is to promote the highest standards of fair play and sportsmanship at all times, keeping in mind the Catholic beliefs of all of our member schools and the great traditions of both Canisius High School
of the CHSAA State Soccer Semifinals as the Archbishop Molloy Stanners take on the Canisius Crusaders. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Sunday morning. My name is Roman Brunetti. I'm alongside my partner Thomas Gamba. And Thomas, we'll start with Molloy coming in at 11-3-4, but they went undefeated in the league for the first time since 1976. But they've got a big task in front of them with Canisius. What do you think they're going to need to do today in order to put themselves in the best position to win this game?
Well, Roman, they need to have a full team effort today. Head coach Andy Costel is in his 50th season, so he's been around for a while. He's seen a ton of different teams. He's won 2 state titles, 15 city titles, 18 Brooklyn Queens titles, including the one this year. So he just wants his guys to play a complete game against a very tough Canisius team.
Coach Costel, 50th season. He's been around for every single Archbishop Molloy soccer season. And we shift over to Canisius coming in at 15-1-2, 15 straight wins, but they're coming from 7 hours away in Buffalo. Thomas, do you think that's going to affect them today, and what are you looking for out of them?
Well, I want to see how excited they are for this game. We spoke to head coach Orville Roberts. He said his guys are amped. They've been practicing really hard all year, taking what the coaching staff has said and just practicing like it's a game every time they go on that soccer field, whether it is a real match or it's just a regular practice. And it's definitely a disadvantage for these guys to travel for 7 hours from Buffalo all the way here to St. John's University when the other 3 teams in this playoff contest are all pretty local. So I just want to see how big of a disadvantage. Are these guys tired for this morning match? We'll see, but I think they're going to be ready.
Should be an exciting one. Archbishop Molloy is going to be scoring from left to right in the first half. They're wearing light blue jerseys with navy blue shorts and navy blue lettering and numbering with white outlines. They're going to get the ball first. Canisius is going to be scoring from right to left. They're wearing all white jerseys, white tops and white bottoms with navy blue lettering and numbering and a little bit of a gold outline. And we are underway from St. John's University. Archbishop Molloy will start it off here in this state semifinal. Played wide looking for David Caceres, but it's out of bounds along the near touchline, and Canisius will throw in.
Roman, last year Canisius was in the New York State playoffs. They lost in the semifinals to Fordham Prep, the eventual champion of the New York State Championship against Chaminade. So Canisius, they're looking for their first ever New York State Championship. Coach Roberts said it would mean so much to his program. He came from Jamaica in his 4th year coaching the team. Just be amazing to grab the program's first ever championship.
They are back-to-back champions of the CHSAA. That's the division up in Buffalo. They beat their fierce rival St. Joe's Collegiate in the championship match. They actually beat them 3 times this season. In the middle third, Molloy takes it away, and Luke Kiernan lobs one down the left touchline. The Crusaders are ready, and here comes Noah Cosgrove. Through ball is deflected. Nice play by Molloy. They were looking for Henry Smith. That's the big name you need to know for this Crusader team. 22 goals, 17 assists. That totals up to around 60 points. The guy is an absolute monster. Molloy's going to have to really keep them in check today.
Definitely, Roman. Smith, a 3rd-year varsity player. In his career, he has 30 goals. You said it this year. He has 22. So coming into the year, he had 8 goals. This year, he's got 22. What a season for him. Looking for him to have a big performance today.
Crusaders play it back. Trying to keep it in is Halim Habib, but his pass goes over the Molloy goal line. It will be a goal kick. In goal for Molloy, it's going to be Javier Murphy. The sophomore has been the starter all season, and he gets the call today in the state semifinal. He'll be opposed by Octavian Santa Cruz for Canisius.
And both of these guys so stellar in the cage. Murphy, 10 shutouts. Socros with a bunch as well.
It's an early opportunity, but Murphy comes to collect. It was crossed in by Smith. But a nice early play from the sophomore goaltender. It looked like that was Carter Amadeo, who was streaking in for Canisius, but he couldn't get there in time.
What I'm seeing from Canisius so far, they're fast. They're playing a lot of good, making a lot of good plays in the midfield, keeping the ball in their possession and creating opportunities so far.
2.5 minutes gone by here in the state semifinal. No score between Molloy and Canisius. Pass in the middle intercepted by Bonaventure Shalamba for Canisius. Now in the middle third along the near touchline. And the ball is flicked out of play by Luke Kiernan, one of the captains for Molloy. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders, going right to left along the left touchline.
Smart play by Kieran there. Just kicking the ball out, resetting things. A little bit of havoc there for Molloy on their back end, and Kiernan just makes the smart play, gives Canisius a throw and reset their defense.
Throw in along the near touchline, immediately goes out of bounds. It will be another Canisius throw. It's Elliot Manley throwing it in for the Crusaders. Looks for an option, and finally tosses in the middle for Cosgrove. Into the middle for Bonaventure Shalamba, and he'll reset to his brother, Victory Shalamba. They actually have a 3rd brother on the team as well, Bienvenu Shalamba. As the Crusaders look to go forward, but an errant pass. And Molloy will take over.
Yeah, pretty interesting. You got 3 brothers on the same team. I don't know how that dynamic's working. Who's the best brother? Definitely going to be a debate at the dinner table, but for now, both of them, or all 3 of them, excuse me, same goal of winning this New York State championship.
That's got to be so special, playing with not just one brother but two.
Oh, yeah, and imagine just the car rides going to practice. They're all, again, with the same goal of winning each game, winning the New York State championship, and they probably got insane chemistry on the field, especially Victory and Bonaventure both starting this game.
Through ball looking for Smith, it looks like. Left side, Smith shoots, but the whistle blown and looked like he was offside. It was saved either way by Murphy, but an early chance for Canisius about 4.5 minutes gone by.
Smith there just a step ahead of Kiernan. Saved by Murphy anyways, as you said, Roman. And Murphy's looking good so far. Faced a couple of chances, held his own in net. Obviously, I'm going to be looking for both goalies, see how they react in this game. They've got a ton of pressure on them today in a state final, or a state semifinal, excuse me.
Near touch line and taken away by Zhao for Canisius. Now along the near touch line to Manley. His pass is intercepted though. And the Stanners try to go the other way. This is Matthew Sherbinski. Passes back to Nick Sotomayor for his first involvement, but the Crusaders are ready. Now race to the left wing, and here's an opportunity. But taken down Victory Shalama, it stays in. Stanners with a chance, but it deflects out of bounds. Like that was Will Fogarty. It's the main man for Archbishop Molloy, who had that run down the left wing, but Crusaders up to the task that time. It's going to be a corner kick, however.
Yeah, Fogarty, best offensive player on this team by far. He's got 20-plus points this year. He's been the main man, as you said, for this Stanner offense.
Corner kick will be taken from Santa Cruz's right. First corner kick of the game for either side. It's a line drive kick, and coming to get it is Manley for Canisius. Played back out to the left wing, and here's a steal by Zhao. Habib tries to go forward with it for Canisius, but the Stanners keep the pressure on. But finally, the Crusaders clear with about 6 minutes gone by.
Awesome job by Canisius there. First, it's Manley breaking up that corner kick, and then Zhao knocking away the ball, but here come the Stanners.
Shot on is much wide to Santa Cruz's right. That was David Caceres, the first shot of the game for Molloy, and didn't really cause any issues there for Santa Cruz.
Roman, we spoke to Coach Roberts before the game. He mentioned that his back line is basically playing at a college level. That's how good they are, and we're seeing it early, making plays in front of Santa Cruz, not allowing Molloy to get any big opportunities on net. They've been so special all year, and that's played to the success of Canisius.
Left wing, here's Fogarty. Pressured by Cosgrove, and he takes it away. But the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Molloy throw. That back line consists of guys like Hayden Cunningham, Victory Shalamba, Manley, we've already mentioned. So it's a very tough defensive back line as we're about 7 minutes and a half gone by in the first half. No score between these two squads. Ball leaks free into the middle third with Caceres. Cuts back towards the middle, now swims back outside. He shoots, but it's a diving stop by Santa Cruz.
Beautiful shot there by Caceres. Splitting the double team, even getting something on net, just pressuring Santa Cruz, seeing how he reacts, but Santa Cruz a nice save on a slow roller.
Zhao looks to the far side for Smith. Stanners are ready, now in the center circle. It's lobbed up. We've got 8 minutes gone by here in this first half. No score. Fogarty advances forward for Molloy. Shifts back towards the middle. He's going to have a go, but that one wide to the right as well.
You can see, Roman, over these last 2 minutes or so, Stanners starting to find some success on the offensive end, peppering shots towards the area of Santa Cruz. They just a little wide sometimes, haven't been able to get their big opportunity yet. But again, that back line forcing Molloy to shoot it from the outside of the box, not letting them get in tight.
About 31 and a half minutes to go in the first half. No score. Through ball. Looking for Amadeo. Right wing. He's wide open. Off the bounce, but it's taken away. Hustling back was Sotomayor for Molloy to thwart that opportunity. He kicks it out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be a corner kick, however.
Excellent job. Sorry, Roman. Excellent job by Sotomayor recovering and now it looks like Canisius is moving the other way here. It's going to be the call. Was that offsides on Amadeo?
Can't exactly tell. Might be a goal kick. Looks like it's offside.
Yeah, I think it was definitely offside. Amadeo was way in front of Sotomayor. I was surprised they didn't call it right away. But nevertheless, Sotomayor with a great recovery, as I said, denying that chance. And I think he actually kicked it out on the near touchline, so that wouldn't even be a corner kick. It would be a throw-in from the corner. Just a special play showing off the soccer IQ.
Free kick gets us back underway. In the middle third, Jerbinski races after it for Molloy and controls. Passes wide to Caceres, right wing. Dribbles towards the corner, tries to cut around Habib, or check that, that's Manley for the Crusaders, but it's kicked out of bounds by Cunningham for Canisius, and it's going to be a throw-in. Check that, it was off Molloy. It'll be a throw for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Cunningham kicked it off the leg of Caceres, and now the throw-in goes to Molloy.
Here's Fogarty. Tries to pass into the middle, but no one home. Under 30 minutes to go here in the first half at Belson Stadium. Roman Brunetti and Thomas Gamba here with you for game one of the state semifinals. Here's a through ball looking for Smith for Canisius, but it's a miscommunication, and the Stanners will clear. Passed back into the middle for Caceres. He's at the center circle. Stops it. Now probes. Passes wide right. Looking for Sotomayor, but it's taken away by Manley. Now he advances with speed down the left wing. Manley shifts into the middle. Give and go. He's got it back. Gets around a slide tackle. He's still with it. Left wing. Pass in the middle is headed away by Molloy and cleared well by the Stanners. 29 minutes to go in the first half. No score still.
Great job previously by Manley getting the steal starting transition, and you could already see early the speed of this Crusader team creating opportunities, but Molloy once again standing tall towards the box.
Here's Habib down the right touchline on the far side. His pass towards the middle is deflected out of bounds. Canisius will have another throw. Canisius fell behind in their league final against St. Joe's Collegiate, but they came from behind with 2 penalty kicks in the second half to win. Penalty kicks courtesy of Smith and Cunningham.
And Smith had the game winner in that game against St. Joe's Collegiate. And once again, you see how much Canisius wants this game, looking for their first state title in program history. And head coach Orvo Roberts, only in his 4th season, this team lost in the semifinals last year to Fordham Prep. So they're looking for revenge here at St. John's.
Molloy will be the first team to shuffle the cards as they get some new names in there. It'll be a goal kick for the Stanners. It's Joseph Fesentis. He's one of the 2 that just came on for head coach Andy Costal. Play it wide to the right. And the Stanners try to go forward, but no one home. Hustling back is Habib. But his clear is taken away. That's Ben Plessu. He's the other one who just came in for Molloy. Fogarty's got it, tries to swim around a defender. He's bumped. He takes a spill. It'll be a free kick for Archbishop Molloy. 27.5 minutes to go here in the first half. No score between the Stanners and the Crusaders here in game one of the state semifinals.
Very smart play there by Fogarty, putting his body into what it looked like to be Cosgrove, number 12 for the Crusaders, and then he falls down. Might have been a little flop, but nonetheless forces a free kick, now an opportunity for Molloy.
Set piece game's going to be huge today. They play it short to Fogarty, left wing. Now the goal line, cross in the middle. Looks like that hit the post. Another shot is blocked. Looked like by Victory Shalamba. Stanners still have it, but a pass goes to no man's land. It rolls over the goal line. And the Crusaders thwart that opportunity, and they'll get a goal kick.
Once again, the back line of Canisius showing up when it matters most. The first ricochet hits off the post, and the second chance, Victory Shalamba puts his body right in front, forces Santa Cruz not to do any work as he blocks the shot. Now Santa Cruz with a goal kick.
Anthony Frangione on for the Crusaders. Here's a steal. Molloy tries to go forward with it. But again, the back line of Canisius up to the task.
And it looks like we got an injured player from Molloy right near the left side of the box. They're going to stop the clock here with 26:01 to play.
Can't tell who that is. They're lying down on their back. And Thomas with the stoppage of play. We've got 25 minutes to play here in this first half, and it's been a pretty entertaining first half so far. A couple more chances from Molloy, it seems like. We thought Canisius was going to be, the more offensively powerful team, but it's really been Molloy who's been putting more of the pressure on so far. What have you seen from them that's allowed them to have so much success so far?
Well, one mistake that I think Canisius is making early in this game, whenever they have a goal kick, they're just passing it to the back line. They're not shooting it up way in the air to get in the middle third. That causes Molloy to play up. They're getting a lot of steals, and because of that, they're having open opportunities outside the box to fire on Santa Claus. And listen, Canisius' back line is playing great, but I think if they just switch that up, try and just shoot it to the midfield, take some pressure off this back line of the Crusaders, then they'll have a little more success, be able to get transition, use that speed that their midfield has to start transition in the attacking third and put some more pressure on Javier Murphy.
Back underway. And the Crusaders lob pass, looking for Amadeo, but intercepted by Dylan Glenn. Just came on for the Stanners. Now Cosgrove tries to break three, but too heavy of a touch. And his through ball is incomplete. He takes a spill. A lot going on that play. It's going to be a foul, it looks like, on Molloy. That's going to warrant a free kick for the Crusaders.
Mauricio Sosa came up to try and challenge Cosgrove, and then he just trips him up as Cosgrove drilled it towards the box. Now a free kick here for Canisius.
Cunningham will take it. Lobs it to the left wing. It squeaks free, whistle blown. Offside. That elicits a groan from the Canisius crowd. It's the second time they've called offside on Canisius. That's kind of kept them at bay.
Yeah, great touch by Hayden Cunningham, setting up Bonaventure Shalamba, who's trying to gain position. He was just a little in front of his defender in the box, and refs see that right away. Good call, calling offsides.
Goal kick ends up in the middle third. Center circle flicked out wide by Cosgrove. But the Stanners keep at it with some pressure. Pass is intercepted, and now in the attacking third for Molloy. This is Brody Gibson. Gibson's going to shoot. It's deflected by Cunningham. And hustling to his right to pick it up is Santa Cruz.
Roman, outside of that free kick by Fogarty a little while ago, we haven't seen Molloy have any opportunities close to the box. They've always been shooting outside of the box, except for that shot by Fogarty that was rebounded in front and eventually blocked by Canisius. So, again, this back line of the Crusaders has been doing an excellent job all season, and they're continuing it today here at St. John's.
Tim Hyder comes on for Molloy, replaces Gibson. A couple of headers, ends up at the feet of Sherbinski, but loses it out of bounds. Looks like it'll be a Molloy throw still. 23:39 to go here in the first half. No score between Molloy and Canisius. Game 1 of the state semifinal. At 7:30 tonight, we'll have Game 2, Chaminade against Monsignor Farrell. In the corner, Caceres' cross is blocked by Manley, and it's tipped out of bounds by Cunningham for Canisius.
I love the job that Canisius is doing on the defensive side with their help. They've always got at least two guys close to the ball. You see Manley putting a ton of pressure on Caceres there, but Cunningham's right behind him if he gets beat to help him out.
Thrown in by Glenn towards the top of the box. Leaks free. Kuki tries to flick it. Now left wing. Fogarty tries to turn the corner. Now he shoots. It's blocked. Looked like by Cunningham. Ball pops free to Smith. And he gets around his defender. He's got room. Through ball intercepted. A good defensive play by Sotomayor for Molloy.
On the previous play, great setup by Kuki. Fogarty tries to make room. And then Cunningham with the denial once again for this back line of Canisius.
And they keep the pressure on as Fogarty was double-teamed on the left wing. Just had to pass it out of bounds, essentially. Just give up the possession. And the Canisius Crusaders will get us back underway going forward right to left. Cunningham, a goal ball. It was a little too high for Frangione. And it's a multitude of Stanners there. Race to the near touchline. And Zhao tries to get it for Canisius. He trips and falls. And it looks like it's going to be Canisius possession. I think they called a foul on Caceres as the two raced after it towards the near touchline. Both took a spill. Looked like Caceres tripped up Zhao, and that gives Canisius a set piece.
Sherbinski was also in the area as well. But you see, when Canisius gets it to the middle third, they just boot it up in the air with Cunningham or another defenseman. That takes the pressure off their back line, and their midfield is so technically sound with so much speed, they can make plays to advance the possession.
Here's Smith, pass in the middle for Bonaventure Shalamba. Spins around a defender, puts one in the middle. Fran Jones settles, shoots, and it's tipped over the crossbar. An unbelievable stop by Murphy. It's going to be a corner kick, however. Both teams showing out on that play. Fran Jones had a golden chance, but Murphy turns him aside with 21 minutes to play in the first half.
What a setup by Bonaventure for Chalamba. Fran Jones with a shot, and then that is next level play from Javier Murphy. The diving save with his right hand. Now Canisius with a corner kick from the far side.
The left corner curls it in, and coming to collect it is Sosa for Molloy, and he clears it out towards the St. John's soccer logo in front of the Stanner bench.
Roman, we are seeing early why these goalies have so many shutouts. Murphy with 10 coming into this game. Santa Claus with 9. Just what a save by Javier Murphy. This kid's only a sophomore, making a ginormous save early in the state semifinal.
And he's one of 4 goalies on the roster, so he won the goaltender battle early in the season, and he's kept it for pretty much the whole campaign. Charles Long has also seen some action for the Stanners, but it's been pretty much exclusively Murphy. And here comes the Stanners down the left wing with Sherbinski. Drags towards the goal line, and it's taken down by Bonaventure Shalamba. So both Bonaventure and Victory playing very well. It's going to be Archbishop Molloy possession still, but again, the back line continuing to dominate for Canisius.
And again, when you're brothers on the same team, you got so much chemistry. You're working together every day at practice or at home. They know how to play with each other, and you see Bonaventure Shalamba with the diving tackle there to kick it away, but a corner kick from the far side for Molloy here, an opportunity for the Stanners.
Second corner kick of the game for the Stanners. It will come from Santa Cruz's right. Hesitation at first. Now they go. It's a high spiraling kick towards the 6-yard box, headed on, but wide to the left. And the ball trickles over the goal line. It will be, looks like Molloy possession still. Looks like it's going to be another corner kick this time from the other corner. That will be from Santa Cruz's left.
Liam Kiernan put a ton of pressure on number 6, Elliott Manley, on that end line, forcing him to kick it out, and now it'll be Fogarty from the near side to take this corner.
Couple substitutions for the Stanners as their bench gets into it. Their bench has been very active today, very loud, cheering on their teammates. Fogarty sets up the ball at the near corner to Santa Cruz's left. 2 hands up in the air. He waits for the plan to materialize. Now he kicks, going far post, and it's headed away. Fran Jones made the play for Canisius, and the ball rolls out of bounds over the touchline. It'll be a Molloy throw. 18:30 to go in the first half. Still no score between these two sides.
Coming into this game, Roman, we saw in previous contests how lethal the offense of the Crusaders was. Earlier in the year, they scored 17 goals in a game. But Molloy has done a great job stifling their offense, partly because of the efforts of Murphy, but also because they've just kept the possession mostly in their attacking third, as Santa Cruz has the ball here for the Crusaders.
Now 18 minutes to go here in the first half as the Canisius goalie punts it away. Ends up with Cosgrove, tries to flick it around a few defenders, but it's taken away by Sotomayor. Through ball to the left wing. Looks like this is Caceres. Dribbles back towards the middle. Cross off the heel of Hyder, and it's cleared by Canisius. Racing after it is Smith, but he can't get there in time. Good job by Declan Toomey for Molloy. Zhao tries to go the other way for Canisius. He can't. No call on a possible foul. Out to the left wing. Looks like Caceres. No offside call, and Habib is there to challenge him. Now back the other way, right to left. Smith for Canisius tries to get around a defender, but his through ball is intercepted.
Both of these teams playing relentless defense at the midfield, not allowing each other's offense to advance towards the box.
Lob pass for Canisius looking for Amadeo, but a good job by Glenn for Molloy to prevent that from happening. Now at midfield. Under 17 minutes to go here in the first half as the ball pops free to the left wing. And it's poked up in the air by Bonaventure Shalamba, whistle blown. And play stopped. Looks like it's going to go in favor of Canisius with 16:41 to go. Both teams lining up to make a few more substitutions.
Roman, I love how Molloy today has really focused on stopping Henry Smith. We know how lethal he is, 22 goals on the season, as we mentioned earlier. He's trying to get a lot of through balls up to his teammates. We saw Frangione with an early opportunity, Amadeo leaking out. But these defenders, Liam Kieran, especially Declan Tooney for Molloy, they've done a great job just putting a ton of pressure, kicking away these through balls, and not allowing transition to occur for the Crusaders.
And Thomas, you mentioned how lethal this Canisius offense is. They've scored 74 goals this season. They've given up just 10, just remarkable numbers.
And to compare to Molloy, they've only scored 35 this year, and they were undefeated in league play. So it's just incredible what the Crusaders have done this year, but even better to see how great Molloy's defense has been today.
Yeah, the big difference, Molloy just under 2 goals per game, and Canisius just over 4 goals a game. Obviously, that's a little inflated by that 17-goal effort, but still just remarkable offense against remarkable defense. So far, the defenses have come to play. 15 minutes ago, a free kick for Molloy. They play short on the ground. Coming to get it is Caceres. Tries to angle around Habib, who's right on top of him for Canisius. And the ball skirts over the far touchline. It'll be a throw for Molloy. 15 minutes to play in the first half. A couple subs for each team come on.
Roman, speaking of these benches here, especially for Molloy, anytime the Standers bring in someone, they're not losing anything. You see these fresh legs are keeping the attack going for the Standers. I love how Coach Costel just rotating in guys, seeing who works, and he's gotten production from a ton of different players today.
Throw in along the goal line. Crusaders attempting to clear, but they can't just yet, but then they do. However, the ball stays in that attacking third for Molloy. A shot was blocked. Now Caceres battles for positioning, but the Crusaders are able to clear towards midfield. Rushing forward is Frangione, but he cannot get around Molloy, but he gets it back, and a push and a foul. Looked like that might have been on, looked like it was on Molloy.
Yeah, that was Mauricio Sosa trying to stop transition. Really good job there, number 55. But a little too much contact. And the Crusaders will have a free kick here.
14-14 to go here in the first half. No score between these two sides. Molloy, the winners of the Brooklyn Queens division. All they had to do was win that division to get into this game. They played in the city tournament last weekend, and they were eliminated by Xavier on Halloween night. Here's a free kick from Cunningham. Floats towards the 6-yard box. Headed on and saved by Murphy. Still another chance. Into the middle, across, and they score! It's Henry Smith. Who else would it be for Canisius? And the Crusaders get on the board first here in this win-or-go-home state semifinal affair.
We talked about the Shalama brothers all day so far. And Bienvenu coming off the bench with a great setup off the rebound that was saved by Murphy. Finds Henry Smith, and you said it, Roman. Who else? His 23rd goal of the year, and Canisius breaks through to get on the board.
Arguably the most potent offense in the state finally breaks through with 14 minutes to play here in the first half. 1-0 Crusaders. Molloy now playing from behind. Fogarty in the center circle. Jukes around a few defenders and plays it forward. Now flicked on. Looked like by Frantis. Or Fecentis. Check that for Molloy, but it's an easy catch for Santa Cruz. As I mentioned, Molloy, the champions of the Brooklyn Queens division, going 10-0-4 in league play. They beat out St. Francis Prep to earn the spot in this game. Played in the city tournament last weekend, beat Regis in the first round before being eliminated by Xavier in the second. Crusaders clear with Bonaventure Shalamba. But coming to the near side from Molloy, they've got possession. This is Gibson. No call on the tackle by Bienvenu Shalamba. They play it wide, does Molloy. Right corner, Vesentis. Nice spin move. And here's Zerbinski. A cross in towards the near post, but it's an easy catch at the chest for Santa Cruz. And still on the ground in the middle third is Gibson for Molloy, and play is stopped.
If you're Molloy here, you got to get more traffic in front of Santa Cruz. Really good cross by Sherbinski from the right corner against a double team, but no one there, and an easy save for Santa Cruz. As Gibson getting up slowly here. Good to see him on his own feet, trying to walk it off near the Big East sign on the near side, and it looks like he's going to stay in this game.
And Gibson's a huge part of this Molloy team. It's their second leading offensive player with just over 15 points on the season. It's a sophomore midfielder. It'll be a goal kick for Molloy with just under 13 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0 Crusaders on a goal by Henry Smith. Ball bounces towards the middle third. Molloy's got it. They play to the center circle with Sotomayor. Advances forward. Nice pass to Sherbinski. His lob pass hits off of his own player, Fogarty. But the Stanners stick with it. And Glenn breaks free from a tackle. Wide right corner, Gibson. Shifts back towards the middle. Fancy move. Now towards the goal line. His cross is deflected. Blocked by Cunningham. It'll be a corner kick with just over 12 minutes to play in this half.
So I mentioned that traffic that Molloy has to get in front of the cage. They've especially have to do it here in this situation. Corner kick coming from the near side from Fogarty. If I were him, I'm trying to go near post here. Far post didn't really work the last two opportunities. Let's see if he switches up his strategy here.
All the players are lined up towards the top of the box by the semicircle. Both hands up in the air for Fogarty. He's going to go. He goes back post. It's punched away by Santa Cruz. And the pass intercepted by Habib for Canisius, and they clear. With tremendous speed, racing after it is Smith. Tries to keep it in and does. What an effort by Smith. Now he dribbles back towards the middle, towards the right wing. He's taken down from behind, and no call. Cleared by Molloy, just out of the reach of Kuki. Might have been a missed call there by Smith. That was borderline penalty. He was just outside the box.
That was very, very close, Roman. I think Smith just got tripped up. Plessu was on defense there, number 46. And Smith just couldn't keep his footing. I think that was the right call there by the officials. Close. I could see why Canisius would be annoyed about that call, but really, really close.
You got to wonder, are the referees going to let these kids play in a state semifinal affair?
Well, so far they really have. We haven't seen a lot of penalties. We haven't seen a lot of free kicks either. So looks like the officials are just letting them play here. That's the right decision. If you're any official or any head coach or fan, you want to see the officials just let these kids play, and that's exactly what they're doing there.
Top of the box. Cleared by Habib for Canisius. And Smith takes it. His through ball racing after it is Frangione. One-on-one with Kiernan for Molloy, but Kiernan beats him to the spot. Kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Canisius with just about 10 minutes to play in the first half. It's 1-0 Crusaders, the team from Buffalo. The 7-hour trip so far paying dividends.
Yeah, that 7-hour trip has not fazed them. They look ready in this one. They play with some serious energy in this contest so far.
Ball deflects off of Cosgrove over the right touchline, just in that far corner. It'll be a throw for Molloy. Thrown in, looks like by Kiernan, but it deflects to Smith. And he's got speed. Right wing cross. The flick is not there, and Zhao can't get there in time for Molloy. Or check that, Canisius. It's cleared by Molloy. And a pass is intercepted by the Stanners. However, the Crusaders earn back possession with about 9 minutes to play. It's a jousting match along the far touchline. Back and forth goes possession. And eventually the ball heads off to the Canisius bench. It'll be a throw for Molloy. It was deflected out by, it looked like, Victory Shalamba.
If you're Molloy here, you're only down 1-0. 9 minutes to play in the first half, and you've done a lot of good things on the offensive end. Look at the shot attempt stats. Molloy has 9, Canisius has 4, but the Crusaders have 3 shots on goal. This one's rolling towards the cage, and it's kicked out by Molloy to the middle third. Molloy only 1 shot on goal, so you have to get better opportunities. They have had more, but they need to get more concise ones, and that comes with getting more traffic in front of the cage.
Canisius will have a throw on the near touchline as they go from right to left, thrown in to the corner. Amadeo has it taken away, but an errant pass ends up back with the Crusaders. Zhao, left wing, outside the box, sticks with it off of Karam, but he can't get to it in time as it bounces out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Molloy with 8 minutes to play. They quickly throw it in. Cunningham intercepts, and it ends up with Zhao for Canisius. However, leaked back into the middle. Molloy's got it. They played to the left. But right there is Matt Cruiser into the game for the Crusaders. A lob pass to the right wing. Smith tries to cross it back towards the middle for Franjone. Can't control the touch. A Molloy defender slips. And back outside the box, the Stanners attempt to clear. However, the Crusaders keep some pressure on. 7.5 minutes to play. And they reset with Manley. Left side. Here's a cross. But no one there, and it's an easy catch for Murphy. 7.5 minutes to play. Stanners looking to tie it up just before half. They're down 1-0. It was a goal by Henry Smith for Canisius.
And ever since that goal, Murphy has really settled in here. He made a couple nice saves before the goal happened, and he's continued to do so here.
A lob pass from Smith to Amadeo, left wing, but a nice defensive play by Toomey, wearing number 14 today for Molloy. And taking a tumble on the near touchline is Caceres, and they're going to call that. It's going to be a foul on Amadeo for the Crusaders under 7 minutes to play in the first half. It'll be a free kick for Toomey. Floats it forward, but Cunningham gets positioning and heads it back the other way. Amadeo tries to break free, but his pass is broken up. And the Stanners try to get an opportunity formulated, but the Crusader backline continues to dominate. However, sticking with it is Fogarty. Shifts past Cruiser, but he's met by Victory Shalamba. 6.5 minutes to play in the first half.
Once again, the Crusaders showing off their help defense. Cruiser gets beat on the one-on-one with Fogarty, but then Victory and Bonaventure Shalamba both there with help defense to thwart that chance.
And here's a turnover from Molloy. Through ball, Franjone one-on-one versus Kiernan, but Kiernan's there first. He's played a pretty phenomenal game so far for the Stanners. Smith sticks with it for Canisius. His through ball, a little too far for Franjone, but Cosgrove catches up to it. His cross blocked by Kiernan. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Canisius a 1-0 lead on a goal by Smith. His 23rd of the season.
And if you missed it, Bienveno Shalamba with an incredible assist. His first of the year set up Smith perfectly on the back post to knock it through.
The winner of this game will go on to the Class AA state final, which will be on Tuesday afternoon against either Chaminade or Monsignor Farrell. Right wing, just outside the box, it's Zhao. Passes to Smith. Tries to skirt around a defender, but taken away by the Stanners. However, the ball leaks back out to Molloy. Now the left wing with Manley. Pressured by Gibson, and they reset with Cunningham under 5 minutes to go. Two-man game, intercepted by Caceres for Molloy. But Cunningham breaks up the clear, and the Crusaders keep the pressure on. Amadeo on the touchline, and it heads free to Gibson, but coming back to get it is Gabriel Peely. Taking a tumble is Bonaventure Shalamba, a foul on Molloy. 4.5 minutes remaining exactly here in this first half. Canisius goes quick. Cunningham bends it, right wing, over the head of Smith. Chases after it towards the far touchline, but he loses it out of bounds.
This pressure from Canisius has been awesome. last 10 minutes or so, not allowing Molloy to advance into their attacking third. Doing a great job with heading the ball up in the air as well. You see Cunningham on that back end, Amadeo as well. Then you got Manley doing a great job just heading up the ball, keeping possession, trying to work it back to their attacking third as much as they can, and frankly just keeping Molloy from getting transition the other way.
Smith controls, right wing, pass into the middle for Zhao. Swarmed by 3 Stanner defenders, but he passes back, and the Crusaders reset all the way in their own defensive third with Victory Shalamba. Passes to his brother Bonaventure, and now they try to spin it to the left side. Peely plays it wide right. Smith decides what to do with it, cuts into the middle. His through ball, he's got a man. Amadeo shoots. It's off the foot of Murphy, out of bounds. It's going to be a corner, but Javier Murphy again keeping the Stanners down just a goal. Keeps Canisius off the board. He's made a couple of tremendous saves here in this first half.
That's his 3rd save so far today, and another beautiful one, this time using his feet to knock it away.
Corner kick from Murphy's left. Near post, Peely comes to collect, but it's taken away by the Stanners. And breaking free, Sotomayor switches the field. Caceres, a nice easy touch. He controls, looks for Gibson on the go ball, and he's there. Taken down by Victory, and a foul. 2:47 to play in the first half. And it's a yellow card on Victory Shalamba.
And the parents of Canisius not happy after that call. Little questionable call. Victory Shalamba trips up Gibson, and now he'll check out.
Can this be the equalizing chance for Molloy late in the first half? Toomey is going to take the free kick from about the A of the Big East logo towards the near touchline.
And once again, if you're Molloy, you have to send this in towards the 6. Can't have a shot from outside the box because Santa Cruz has been so good seeing those shots today.
A banana ball curling left post. And the Crusaders clear. Good job by Cruiser. All the way back towards the 18-yard box of Molloy, where Murphy smashes it away. 2:25 to go. Ball goes out of bounds underneath the scoreboard along the far touchline. Canisius will throw. They lead 1-0 on a goal by Henry Smith. The CHSAA champions riding a 15-game winning streak into this semifinal affair. And Thomas, they got here last year. They were in this exact same game. They fell to Fordham Prep 5-3. So I'm sure that loss kind of fueled them to get back here, and I'm sure it's the very top of their minds today.
Well, definitely. And once again, they're seeking their first state championship in program history. So to have such a great season last year and fall in the semifinal, it definitely hurts. And you could see how much they wanted on this field, putting their hearts out, even though Victory Shalamba just got a yellow card. He's been great, along with his brother Bonaventure and Bienvenu, who had the assist on the Smith goal. It's just been a team effort today for the Crusaders. That's what they wanted. That's what they've got. And then they play with some excitement despite the long travel. We mentioned the 7-hour bus ride that they took from Buffalo to come here. Definitely a disadvantage, but they played with some great energy today.
Here's a late rush. Caceres, through ball. Fogarty, a lot of speed. Chased by Manley and cut off by Cunningham. Hayden Cunningham has played really well today. He had the game-time penalty kick in the league final last weekend, and he makes a tremendous stop here against Will Fogarty. Here's the throw-in from Molloy. Fogarty's got it with his orange cleats. In the near corner, tries to get around Manley, but Manley takes it. Jumps out of bounds. It'll be a Molloy throw. 46 seconds to play. Stanners go quick. Ball bounces towards the near post. Santa Cruz jumps on top of it. He collides with Gibson. The Canisius parents going nuts right underneath us.
They thought that should have been a red card there. They're going to stop the clock here with 29.5 seconds, and that's going to be a yellow.
But they put the yellow on Cunningham.
Wow. I thought it was definitely going to be on Sherbinski, who collided with Santa Cruz, but maybe Cunningham pushed him here?
I believe it was Gibson who collided with Santa Cruz. The throw-in kind of bounced past everyone, right towards the 8-yard box where Santa Claus, or check that, the 6-yard box, where Santa Claus came to jump on top of it, and as he went to pounce on it, he collided with Gibson, who was making an effort at the ball. 29.5 seconds remaining here in this first half. And we're going to get back underway with a goal kick from Santa Claus. In the center circle, Stander's looking for one last opportunity, but Bonaventure Shalama makes sure that doesn't happen. 15 seconds to go. Amadeo does battle with Toomey in the middle third. And now 10 seconds to play. Booted forward by Cosgrove for Canisius. 5 seconds to play. The ball sticking around in the middle third. And that's going to do it for half number one here at St. John's. Heading into break, Canisius has got a 1-0 lead on a goal by Henry Smith and Thomas. What were some of those underlying themes that you saw here in the first half?
Well, I look at one theme mostly. It's quality versus quantity. Look at Molloy. Shot attempts today, they've got 9. Canisius has 5, but speaking about quantity versus quality, Molloy has more shot attempts, but Canisius has better shot attempts, right? They've got 4 shots on goal. Molloy has only 1. So Canisius, been putting a ton of pressure on Javier Murphy, forcing him to make saves. Molloy is just giving the challenge to the back line of the Crusaders, who we know is excellent. Santa Claus hasn't had to do much today, and that's why Canisius is up 1-0 at halftime.
So heading into intermission, it is Canisius 1, Molloy 0 here, the Catholic League state semifinals on TND Sports. Welcome back to Belson Stadium on this mild November morning, as we've got the Class AA Catholic League state semifinals between Canisius and Molloy, and it's the team from Buffalo, the Crusaders, who lead 1-0 after 40 minutes of play. My name is Roman Brunetti. I'm alongside my partner, Thomas Gamba. And Thomas, we'll start with Canisius. Obviously, they've created a lot more opportunities, a lot better opportunities than Molloy. What did you see from them in that first half, and what do you think allowed them to get on the board first?
Well, I really think their defense was so rock solid that it allowed their offense to get in the groove, get those jitters out in the first 20 minutes, put the pressure on the defense because they're going to hold it down towards that box area. Their back line has been awesome. It's been great all year. And then the offense just got going on one opportunity. Javier Murphy, the goalie from Molloy, has been excellent all year. He made a couple spectacular out-of-this-world saves earlier in the contest, but then just keep throwing shots at him, and eventually one was going to go in. A great setup by Bienvenu Shalamba, and then the finish by Henry Smith. 23rd goal of the season, and it's just been a team effort for Canisius. They've been doing a great job, again, in the box with their back line. They've been just really, really spectacular today, and just a fantastic performance on the defensive end, not allowing Molloy to get those quantity of opportunities. They do have a lot of shot attempts at least, but they only have one shot on goal, which is taking the pressure off goalie Octavian Santa Cruz.
And Thomas, right before we get underway here in the second half, what does Molloy have to do to break through that back line?
Well, I would try to work from the middle. They've tried to work from the outside really all game. These guys are too fast on the edge for Canisius, and once you get in the corner, Canisius is double teaming. So Molloy doesn't have a lot of opportunities unless you send a incredible cross towards the 6 to have a great shot. So I would just say try to work from the middle here, use that speed that you have, and you got to just beat this back line of Canisius. That's what it's going to come down to.
Canisius will be scoring from left to right, Molloy from right to left in this second half. Canisius wearing all white jerseys, white shirts and white shorts with navy blue lettering and numbering and a gold outline, while Molloy is wearing light blue, almost like a sky blue, jerseys with navy blue pants, navy blue lettering and numbering with a white outline. Right in front of the Molloy bench, it's Austin Zhao for Canisius. His pass goes out of bounds off Molloy, and it will be a throw-in. About 45 seconds gone by here in the second half. Punched up in the air by Glenn for Molloy, and coming to collect is Gibson just outside the box on the right wing. Pressured by 3 Canisius defenders, and coming out with it is Cunningham, and he clears.
Little collision there with Bonaventure Shalamba and Brody Gibson just outside the box. Gibson was looking for a call there, didn't get it. No foul called on Shalamba, and Gibson really got roughed up in that first half. Couple plays where he collided with some defenders, shaken up after an early play late in that first half, so we'll see how effective he is. He's one of the better offensive players from Molloy, or at least he has been this season, just over 15 points this year. I expect him to make an impact in the second half.
And you got to wonder, do you think that will impact him? And you said you think he'll be okay. And here's an opportunity for Caceres. It's blocked by Victory Shalama. He falls down and no call, and cleared by Cunningham.
These officials are really letting both these teams play. We've seen a lot of bang-bang plays where players are knocking into each other, but no call. Just the officials letting these players play through contact. That's what you want to see if you're a fan.
Ball squeaks free in the 18-yard box, and it's punched away at the last second by a defender from Canisius. Keeping the pressure on is Molloy. A forward falls down. It's going to be a foul. Will it be a penalty kick? It's going to be a free kick from just a yard outside the 18.
Caceres was just outside the box, and I think that was Zhao who was jousting with him. Caceres falls down. Good call there. Zhao just chucked him to the turf. And now a great opportunity from just outside the box, a free kick here. And if you're Molloy here, I'm trying to send this one high. Santa Cruz has had a lot of low shots today that he's handled. Looking to try and get this position high on the net, and again, get some traffic in front of him to make it hard for him to see the shot.
Looks like Fogarty's going to take it. It's deflected away. Blocked by a plethora of Crusader defenders as we're just over 3 minutes gone by. Here in the second half, Canisius remains up by a goal. Standers keep the pressure on, cleared by Smith for Canisius. And he does it again. Intercepts a pass and boots it all the way to the other side of the field. Ball popped into the middle. Amadeo raced after it, but it was knocked away by Toomey. And here come the Standers going right to left with Gibson.
Roman, just a missed opportunity moments ago there by Fogarty as a collision right at midfield and a free kick coming up for Molloy. I said it, you got to go high, especially against this back line of Canisius. They've been so good deflecting balls away. Molloy tries to shoot one through the legs of that defense, and the Shalamba brothers, Cunningham, Manley, they've been awesome today. They just negate that opportunity quickly.
Kiernan's going to take the free kick. It's floating towards the 6 and headed away. A whistle blown, a foul called on Molloy. I got to tell you, Thomas, the Canisius parents are really getting into it just underneath us.
Yeah, in the first half, as it was winding down, they were calling for red cards. They have not been happy with the officiating, and as I said, they're letting them play. That's gone into the favor of Molloy, who's gotten away with a few pushes, forcing Canisius not to have those opportunities of free kicks, and parents don't like that.
Just about 5 minutes in to the second half as Fogarty bumps into Cunningham, and no call that time. It'll be a throw for the Stanners along the right touch line. Heaved towards the 18, headed into the middle, and racing after it is Fogarty. He controls at his feet. He's met by a couple of Crusaders, and Zhao eventually wins it away from him. However, the ball leaks towards the left touch line, and Dylan Glenn's got it for Molloy. Decides what to do with it, passes. Kuki, his cross in the middle, headed on by Fogarty, but it's much wide to the near post. Might have been the best opportunity so far as the Stanner coaches implore their players, especially on the bench, to stay active.
Excuse me, Roman, I definitely think that was the best opportunity of the day. Kuki with a great set play as a collision in front, and Kuki going to be called for a foul. Canisius going to have a free kick here, but Kuki with the set play, angles it off the head of Fogarty, just can't put the right angle on it, and it goes wide.
I think Molloy's really got to get not just Fogarty, but Kuki involved a lot more. We barely said his name in the first half. I think he's an integral piece to this Stanner team.
Not only him, Roman, but Caceres. He did a lot in that first half. I want to see him with possession more.
Here's a chance. This is Habib. Left wing, shoots off one bounce. It's saved by Murphy.
That's the fourth save of the day for Javier Murphy as a whistle. Player down for Molloy here. Clock will stop with 33 minutes, 45 seconds to play. It's Kiernan. He's shaken up a bit, but he's on his feet.
Just over 6 minutes passed here in the second half. Canisius up by a goal, 1-0. It was a goal by Henry Smith. That's their leading goal scorer, his 23rd of the season. Just remarkable numbers from the senior attacking midfielder. As the referee jogs over to the near side with the ball. Time continues to tick, and he is motioning towards the clock operator. And we have a stoppage of play here. And Thomas, what have you seen so far in this second half? A lot of 50-50 balls, a lot of collisions, a lot of outrage from the parents. Been pretty chaotic so far.
Yeah, well, Molloy has caused that chaos with a ton of opportunities right near the 6 of Canisius. And I like them just taking it to the Crusaders here, putting everything they got into the second half. Their season is on the line here. They're down 1-0 in the state semifinal, and they want their third ever state championship, Roman, and being down 1-0 against Canisius, they should be very happy with their performance. We know how good the Crusader offense has been this year. The defense of Molloy has been even better today outside of letting up that one goal, but their offense just needs to break through. They've had the opportunities, the quality of them, the quantity of them, as I said, but they haven't had the quality. Not a lot of shots on goal today.
In the middle third, headed forward by Sosa, looking for Caceres. And it squeaks free left wing, Fogarty. Scissor move, can't get around. Looked like that was Habib. And an impenetrable wall Habib was, and that's really been what the Canisius defense has been all day. 33 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. Stanners shuffle the deck. Kuki comes off. And it looks like Sotomayor coming back from Molloy. They'll have a throw in. It'll be Glenn along the left touch line towards the left corner. Fogarty controls, drives back towards the middle. And now passed towards the center, headed away. Looked like by Cunningham racing after an Amadeo, but nice sliding stop by Kiernan. 33 minutes to go here in this game. Some more 50-50 action in the middle third. As Zhao tight ropes down the left sideline, and he's got some room. He's got a through ball. And now across. Smith is there, but coming to get it is Murphy. He loses it. Play stopped on a whistle. As Smith goes over and helps Murphy up. A nice sign of sportsmanship from 11 in white. It was Canisius' best opportunity of the second half, but Molloy, again, that defense, they've been just as good as the Crusader college-level back line.
Well, it's not really Molloy's back line. They've done a good job, but it's really been Murphy. That's his 5th save of the day. Done a great job, taking the contact, still making the save. He's played spectacularly. If Canisius has a college-level back line, Molloy is a college-level goalie.
Caceres into the 18. Fogarty, defender falls down. He stumbles a little bit, and the ball is blocked by Victory Shalamba. And Victory takes it away and clears. He's got Smith. Fogarty had a wide open opportunity, but he almost looked like he stumbled a little bit. Smith tries to pass forward, but it's taken away by Toomey for Molloy. Coach Roberts getting active on the far sideline for Canisius. Crusaders advance forward, and a sliding stop by Zerbinski for Molloy. 1-0 Crusaders with 31:20 to go in the game.
Yeah, Fogarty, that previous opportunity, he hesitated for a bit, looked like he couldn't control the feed from his teammate, and that caused Victory Shalamba to recover. He gets the block, as he's done numerous times today, and the opportunity there, not going into the back of that, still 1-0 Canisius.
Just a bit of a missed opportunity from Molloy. They've been very, very close. They just haven't been able to break through just yet. At the St. John's logo, it's Zhao waiting for it to come down and flicking it forward. But getting there first is Kiernan for Archbishop Molloy. In the center circle. Two teams battle after it. Zhao and Gibson, or check that, Zerbinski. And eventually it ends up with Canisius, a foul called on Molloy. Sorry for the confusion. The ball's just going back and forth, player to player. I mean, nobody's really had firm control. Actually, something I'm surprised we haven't really mentioned is the time of possession battle, Thomas. And it seems like it hasn't really even been much of a factor today. Both teams have had the ball equally amount of time and hasn't really been much of a important factor today.
And that's a testament to how good these midfields are for both teams, fighting for every possession. And we mentioned the back line so much. Both teams have their spurts of controlling the time of possession for a certain amount of time, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but then right after, the other team recovers, moves the ball the other way.
Smith across, sliding in the center, and a player taken down. That was Amadeo, no call. Looked like he just fell on his own, and squeaking free is Zerbinski for Archbishop Molloy. A nifty move, gets around a defender. Check that was Gibson. Now wide to the right. I believe this is Sotomayor. Hustles towards the corner. His cross is blocked. And scooping it up is Santa Claus. That was his almost first time he's really been involved in the second half, and he makes a nice play. 10 minutes gone by here in the second half with the trip to the state championship game on the line.
Roman, if you're Molloy, you have to continue to try and work through the middle. You see Caceres there, centering pass, forcing Santa Claus to come out of his cage. Just had to do more of that. The wing's just not working here as Sotomayor trying to go to the corner. He's in trouble, and again, another steal. That's Habib, but Canisius just double-teaming their relentless pressure in that corner, allowing Molloy to not have much opportunities to be set up from there.
11 minutes gone by in the second half. Zhao with the steal at the St. John's soccer logo. His lob pass, looking for Amadeo, but getting there first is Kiernan, who has played very, very well. The back line, the defensive midfield position, center back style for Molloy. He's played very well. Throw in for the Crusaders. Looked like that was Peely, who passed forward looking for Amadeo. He gets around the defender and keeps it in. Left wing, but he's shielded by Toomey, but he loses it out of bounds over the goal line. A turnover for Molloy and a corner kick for the Crusaders.
What a play by Amadeo. Tight-roping that far touchline. Somehow stays in bounds, gets the ball around Toomey, and then banks it off of him to create a corner kick.
Third corner kick for Canisius. It'll come from Murphy's right. They scored off a free kick in the first half. Curling towards the center. It's an easy catch for Murphy, unchallenged.
No traffic in front there for Canisius, and Murphy just walks up to the 6, makes the easy jump catch, now kicks it away.
Javier Murphy's been phenomenal in goal. As the Standers try to go forward with Caceres. Dribbles to the right wing. Here's Fogarty. Cuts into the 16. His shot is blocked. Skirts around defender. Another shot is also denied. Looked like that was Victory Shalamba, who was in on the stop, as well as a multitude of other Crusaders. And the ball ends up in front of the Crusader bench. It will be a throw for Molloy. Or actually, it'll be Crusader ball. The Standers tried to go quick and earn possession, but the referees had none of that. 26:50 to go in the second half.
Yeah, there was a little confusion on that far side near the Canisius bench. Toomey was boxing out Amadeo, and the official said the ball went off Toomey, but Toomey thought it went off of Amadeo, so he quickly got the ball, threw it into Sherbinski, but the officials stop it, give Canisius the throw.
Canisius has got it. A whistle blown, I believe, for an offside on Anthony Frangione, who just came back into the game for Canisius.
If you're just joining us, Canisius has not really used their bench today as compared to Molloy. Molloy really shuffling the deck, as you like to say, Roman, getting a lot of different fresh legs in there to try and continue this heated pressure against Canisius in the midfield.
It'll be a free kick for the Stanners with 26 minutes to play. The winner goes to the state final on Tuesday afternoon against either Chaminade or Monsignor Farrell. Kiernan will take the free kick towards the semicircle. It bounces over the heads of a few players, and it ends up with Toomey, but his pass is broken up and cleared. 25:40 to go in the second half as the ball rolls all the way back to the Molloy defensive third, and the ball is kicked out of bounds by Kiernan. Might not have been his intended target. It's going to be a throw for the Crusaders. 25:22 to go in the second half. The Crusaders coming 7 hours away from Buffalo, riding a 15-game win streak, looking to make it 16, and looking to make it a state final appearance. Successive throws for the Crusaders along the right touchline. That's the near touchline as they go left to right. Thrown in by Habib. Too tall for Frangione, and smashed into the air by Kiernan. 50-50 balls have been quite common here in this second half as the two teams do battle in the midfield. Booted forward by Zhao for Canisius, and the ball trickles over the touchline just to the right of the Canisius bench. Looks like it'll be a Crusader throw. 24.5 minutes to play. Archbishop Molloy, the champions of the Brooklyn Queens Diocesan Division. Here's Frangione left wing, whistle blown offside. Another offside on Canisius. Molloy has had, I don't think they've had any today. So Canisius has had a few issues staying onside.
We've seen a ton of that today, Roman, as you mentioned. And the officials, just looking at the whole game, have really given Molloy a ton of calls in their favor. Not that they're favoring Molloy, it's just that a lot of the bang-bang plays that we see are being called in the favor of Molloy and against Canisius. So that's why you see these parents of Canisius not too happy. usually saying some words after every call that goes against their team.
Sotomayor right in front of us, passes back to Glenn at the midfield stripe. His lob pass is broken up by Habib for Canisius, and a nifty move by Smith to get through a few defenders, but he trips and falls as he kicks it, and the ball continues to stick around in the middle third. Popped up by Sosa. Whistle blown. Looks like it's going to be a Canisius throw.
Yeah, Sosa was on the near side there. Foot stepped out of bounds. He popped that one in the air. And here comes the throw.
Lobs back towards the Canisius defensive third. Cunningham waits for it, plays it off his chest. And a whistle blown as that was Fesentis who applied some pressure for Molloy.
That one hit off his hand, Roman. Going to be called for a handball there. Fesentis with some great pressure, but it just knocks off his right hand. Free kick here coming up for Canisius.
22 and a half minutes to go here in this state semifinal affair as the free kick is headed away by Sotomayor from Molloy, and here's Hyder moving right to left, but he is met by Habib, who's played very well in the back line for Canisius as the Stanners will make a change. Looks like it's Fogarty coming back in.
And Hyder's going to check out, just forced a throw in. We haven't seen Hyder a lot today. First real action in this game. Had a goal and an assist against McClancy. Assist versus Monsignor Farrell. He also runs cross country from what we've heard.
Heaved into the 18, and it's uncontested by the Stanners, which allows Santa Claus to easily pluck it off the turf with under 22 minutes to play.
Santa Claus coming into this one, if you weren't joining us earlier, 9 shutouts entering this game, currently posting a shutout through almost 60 minutes in this one. He's got 20 more minutes to go, and his team will go to the state final if he can continue this amazing performance.
Left wing Sotomayor for the Stanners. Plays it towards the center. Fogarty couldn't get there in time. Check that. That was Fesentis, who was a tad too late. And now into the middle third. Racing after it is Amadeo and Toomey for either side. And the Stanners earn possession. Fesentis the other way. Fogarty races after it. Does battle with Cunningham. And the ball rolls its way over the goal line for a Canisius goal kick. Again, Cunningham doing well to neutralize Will Fogarty, who is the Stanners' clear best offensive player. 20-plus points on the year. He's been dominant for them, scoring in most of their matches, but he's been relatively quiet today.
And I know Victory and Bonaventure Shalamba have been great on that back line along with Elliott Manley, but right now, my opinion, Hayden Cunningham has been the MVP of that back line in this game. He's done a great job not only shutting down Fogarty, like you said, but just controlling the pace of this game. He's using his head to knock the ball towards the midfield, not allowing Molloy to advance to the 18, and he's done an excellent job hustling for every 50-50 ball, and he's won most of them that he's contested so far today.
Right in front of the Stanner bench, two players collide as sliding was Fesentis to challenge Amadeo. It's going to be Canisius throw with under 20 minutes to play. We're halfway gone in this second half. Molloy chasing a goal with their backs against the wall. It's a winner-go-home game. The winner goes to the Catholic League State Final on Tuesday. They'll play either the Chaminade Flyers from Diocese of Rockville Center or Monsignor Farrell from the Archdiocese of New York.
Big collision with Victory Shalamba and Fogarty near the box, and the ball went out of bounds to the far side. Looks like a Molloy throw. Molloy was looking for a call. Possible penalty kick it would have been because it was inside the box. Fogarty a little shaken up after that play. Currently on his feet, but they're going to say Molloy throw on the far side as Caceres checks in for the Stanners.
Stanners continue to switch it around in the center box. It's punted away by Victory Shalamba. Crusaders just check that. Stanners just haven't able to break through. Here's Caceres right wing, but taken away by Manley. And he clears Amadeo races after it, but Kiernan beats him to the spot with 18.5 to play. Toomey smashes forward. And along the right wing, 50-50 balls. Here's a shot on goal, but it's an easy catch for Santa Cruz. Looked like that was Fesentis who had a goal on net, but the throw in is taken away immediately by Glenn. He falls down. Smith tries to clear for Canisius, but Fesentis keeps it up for the Stanners. However, it goes only as far as Cunningham, and his clear deflects to the Molloy bench for a Crusader throw.
How about that? Santa Cruz, another nice play. You got there Caceres. I think it was Caceres with the chance, and then Gibson was cutting from the backside. Caceres was trying to set up Gibson, and Santa Cruz just comes over, denies that pass, intercepts it, and stops the chance.
Ball gets through Glenn, but Kiernan is there to back him up as Smith raced after it for Canisius. It's going to be a Canisius throw going left to right with 17.5 minutes to play here in the state semifinal.
Time ticking down now. It seems like Molloy, for these 63 minutes, have almost broken through, but the back line of Canisius has been so tough today, playing fantastic defense, and Molloy just can't get a break so far. We'll see if they can get on the board in these next 17 minutes.
It's going to be a Canisius throw towards the near right corner with 17 minutes to play. Habib lobs it in, but too heavy of a touch. Looked like that was Peely for Canisius, who couldn't control the throw. Molloy makes another substitution. Looks like that's Plesu coming back in. Stanners throw. Earning positioning is Sherbinski, but taken right back by Peely from Canisius, and the Crusaders will attempt to reset. Along the tightrope that is the near sideline. Played into the middle with Bonaventure Shalamba. 50-50 balls once again. Cosgrove tries to break free, and the ball ends up in the stands. And it's going to be Crusader possession.
It's just been a battle out here on the turf, Roman. Both teams fighting for every 50-50 ball. Canisius has won most of them today, but Molloy has also done a good job, as you see here. The steal by Sosa, forcing a throw-in on the near side. They've just, both teams really, relentless pressure throughout the day.
Smith intercepts the throw, angles around a defender. His through ball looking for Peely, but coming out of the box to boot it away is Murphy into the center circle. Sherbinski with a sort of bicycle kick, looking for Fogarty rushing forward, collides with Victory Shalamba, and cleared again by Cunningham. A fancy touch. Smith races after it, and Amadeo swerves around a defender. He's got it. He's going to shoot, and it's a diving stop to his right, or check that left, by Murphy. It was wide anyway. It would have just went out of bounds, but Murphy showing off his skills. He punts it away. 15 minutes ago.
Javier Murphy been awesome today. 5 saves on the night. And he's just done a great job in net. Despite letting up that 1 goal in the first half, he's been really solid in cage.
Under 15 minutes remaining. Do or die time for Molloy in this war of attrition.
And Roman, how about this? We spoke about it at halftime. Molloy had 9 shot attempts compared to 5 from Canisius. They've got 15 now. Canisius has 7. And the Crusaders still have 4 more shots on goal, as Casera on the far side knocks it out on the baseline, and a goal kick for the Crusaders.
14-16 to play.
And with time running down here, you know that Canisius is going to bank on their back line that Coach Orvo Roberts says was a college-level back 4 to play spectacular as they have all day.
Cunningham shields Fogarty away from the ball as it skirts over the goal line for yet another goal kick. With under 14 minutes to go, they play short to the left with Cunningham. His pass to the sideline, It goes out of bounds. Manley couldn't hold it. Now Molloy's got a sense of urgency here with 13 and a half to go.
And I would try to get Fogarty involved if I were them. Their top scorer all year as the throw-in headed out by Molloy. Another goal kick coming for Canisius. Fogarty has not been able to create separation today. He's got over 20 points on the year. Just hasn't been his day in this match.
Victory Shalamba looking downfield for Gabriel Peely, and he breaks free. A through ball to the left, Amadeo racing after it. Left wing, Amadeo breaks free. He shoots, it's deflected and saved by Murphy. He does it again. Javier Murphy has been awesome today for Molloy. It's still going to be a corner kick for Canisius, but that could have been the icing on the cake there for Canisius. That certainly would have put it away, and Murphy up to the task with a huge denial.
First of all, what a job by Amadeo getting around the tough defense of Declan Tooney, and then the shot somehow saved out the fingertips of Murphy. Now a corner kick from the far side for Canisius.
Towards the 6. It pops free, and Fogarty's got it. Angles around defender, and he's got a lot of room. One of the captains for Molloy. Could this be the chance? He's still going. Fogarty, left wing. He shoots. It's wide to the right.
That job by Fogarty, creating a one-man transition there. Looked like a one-man show. Went all the way against Victory Shalamba. Good job by Shalamba coming over, stopping the ball, forcing Fogarty to fire it on net, and he shoots it high and wide, out of play. Goal kick coming for Canisius with 11:50 to go. We'll see if Molloy makes any more substitutions. They've done a lot of that today. These guys have to be tired, I would think, for the Stanners.
Sorry to cut you off before there, Thomas, but I was going to say that could have been the opportunity. That could have been the spot for Molloy to tie the game, and it goes awry. 11 and a half minutes left to play in this state semifinal. In the middle third, Toomey. And the ball is going to bounce towards the Canisius bench for a Molloy throw.
Roman, just want to mention one more thing in the stat department. 16 shot attempts, 2 shots on goal for Molloy. They have to get more on net, especially if they're going to tie this game with 11 minutes to go.
Sosa tries to play wide left, but it's intercepted by Cruiser. And there's a push on Smith. Almost resulted in a turnover in favor of Molloy, but a foul called on the Stanners as Smith was shoved to the ground with 10:40 to go.
It's been a physical game all day. Not a lot of calls from the refs, but Zerbinski just shoves down Smith, who's been awesome, especially at that midfield area. Scored the lone goal that we've seen so far, his 23rd of the year. Done a great job getting around defenders today.
He looks for the lob pass. He's met by Glenn, but Smith still got it. A bump and go, and Glenn is able to keep him away from it. Cosgrove sticks with it for Canisius, but eventually the Stanners clear. And here's Fogarty. Right side now. Tries to dart back towards the middle. A nice play by Bonaventure Shalamba, but a foul called either on Bonaventure or Austin Zhao with under 10 minutes to go.
I think that was Zhao. He came over with a shoulder on Fogarty. Fogarty falls down. Free kick called for. It'll be taken by Molloy right near the St. John's logo on the far side. 35 to 40 yards out here. If you're Molloy, got to get this toward the middle of the 18.
High lofting kick. Handled by Smith. The Stanners keep it in momentarily. It's still within the box. Fogarty shoots, deflected, and racing after it is Cruiser in the near side for Canisius, and they clear. Now Peely does battle with Toomey. It's a throw from Molloy. They go quick now, play whistle dead. With 9 minutes remaining.
Boy, that was a questionable call there. Toomey knocked it off of Peely. It was definitely a Molloy throw. I'm not questioning that. But Toomey quickly picked it up, tossed it in, and the officials whistled him off, and now they're going to make them rethrow. I think that was just a smart play by Toomey. Officials should reward him in that case, but they don't. Now rethrow from Glenn.
A pair of heads Zhao punts it in the air. It bounces in the middle third. Toomey with the head forward. And Fesentis slips it towards the box, but no one there for Molloy. And Santa Claus is just going to wait for Fogarty to challenge him before he jumps on top of it in an effort to kill time. And I'm sure he's going to do that a lot more within the next 8.5 minutes.
And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Am I trusting Canisius' backline or Molloy's offense 100 times out of 100? As far as I've seen today, I'm trusting Canisius' backline. They've been excellent today. Orville Roberts, their head coach, literally said that they could be on a college team right now. That's how good they are playing. We've seen it today. Molloy, the big challenge, are they going to be able to break through that backline? We'll have to wait and see. Under 8 minutes to go.
Free kick from Glenn towards the 6. A good kick headed on, but wide left. Actually, I believe it's a corner kick. It bounced off of a Crusader defender. A corner kick for Molloy from Santa Claus's right with 7:35 to go. Each team will make a substitution.
And again, these guys are going to be tired down the stretch. We'll see how many more substitutions that are made. Kuki coming in for Molloy. Expect him to have a big part in this corner here from Declan Toomey.
I believe it's Ahad coming in for Canisius. Here's the corner kick, coming to the near post, and it's popped up in the air. Players waiting for it to come down, and it is kicked away. It looked like by either Bonaventure or Victory Shalamba. It goes towards the Molloy bench. Stanners throw in quick. Player trips on the ball, and coming out with it is Bonaventure Shalamba. His pass is a little too far for Peely. Ends up back with Kiernan for Molloy. Lobs it forward with 6:43 to go. Here's a chance, left wing. Cutting back inside. Gibson, a shot, just misses. Unbelievable shot. I mean, that was perfect. And it just bent outside of that far post. I mean, that was an unbelievable shot. I mean, the shot you need in that moment, and it was inches wide.
And it might have been a better pass. Tic-tac-toe, Caceres to Sosa. Sosa with a great feed to Gibson, and you said it. It just curls wide, and Gibson falls on his knees to the turf. He just missed that one.
It's a game of inches, right? In the center circle, Molloy tries to advance forward. Across to the right wing, chasing after it is Toomey, and Manley tries to shield him from it. Manley takes a tumble, and he is still on the carpet.
He took a hard spill there. Toomey just looked like he wrapped his arm around him and chucked him to the turf. Can't believe they didn't call a free kick on that. And actually, they are. So it is a free kick. That's the right call there. He took a lot of contact to the turf.
5:30 to go. Crusaders holding on to a 1-goal lead in this state semifinal affair. Standards trying to pull out whatever they have left in order to tie this game and force extra time. The ball ends up back in the 18-yard box with Santa Claus. He picks it up with 5:10 to go. I'm sure the Crusaders are in no hurry to do anything as the kick flies high towards the center circle. Smith waits for it to come down and controls at his feet. Habib passes forward. Kiernan back the other way for Molloy. It's been a tight contest all throughout. Just outside the semicircle, Bonaventure punts it forward. Sanders try to keep it going right to left. 4:40 to go. Fogarty is fouled just in front of the Standard bench. Looks like that was Bonaventure Shalamba who committed the crime. 4.5 minutes to go. It's a free kick. It's go time for Molloy from about 15 yards outside the box. Cross towards the semicircle. Bonaventure Shalamba is there. And the ball kicks towards the midfield stripe. Kiernan hustles back after it for Molloy with 4 minutes to go. Headed forward, controlled by Gibson. Tries to flick it towards Toomey, but once again, Bonaventure Shalamba is there with 4 minutes remaining. In front of the Standard bench, each team will continue to make some substitutions. Sotomayor coming back on for Molloy. They need him in these final 4 minutes.
Yeah, he's a big part. Sotomayor dual threat guy. Had a goal against Zavarian earlier in the year. Xavier as well. 2 assists against McClancy. He's going to come up big. And when you're late stages of this game, you got to turn to your stars. Who's going to show up?
Towards the right wing. Ahad tries to break free for Canisius. It ends up at the center bench with 3:40 to go. Heaved towards the 18-yard box, but again, Canisius is there to thwart the opportunity, and there's a clear by Cosgrove. Kiernan jogs after it, passes to the left wing with Fogarty. Cuts into the middle, his shot blocked. Cosgrove again. The ball sticking in that left wing, and the ball caroms out of bounds for a Molloy throw. I beg your pardon, it will be a Canisius throw. It went off of Glenn.
Glenn and Cosgrove are jostling there. Glenn kicks it out. Here's the throw.
Caceres passes back to Kiernan. Tries to play wide right. Toomey can't control the touch on the lob pass, and the ball flies in the air just outside the St. John's logo in the middle third. Wide left, Glenn races after towards the left corner, and he gets there. He's pressured by Amadeo, who kicks it out of bounds at a throw with 2.5 minutes to go. Can the team from Briarwood Queens come up clutch and tie this game? Fogarty across. It's blocked by Victory Shalamba. That warrants a corner kick. It'll come from Santa Cruz's right with 2:20 to go.
And good job by Fogarty leaping over the fence there, getting the ball out of the stands with the clock running.
Anxious moments for everybody here at Belson Stadium. Sotomayor will take the corner kick. He looks far post, headed on. It's deflected. Looked like that was Manley who might have saved the goal. Sotomayor's cross is deflected and blocked by Frangione with under 2 minutes to play.
Great block by Frangione. Molloy has to keep going, though. They have possession.
Caceres outside. Gibson towards the middle to the other side now. Flicked on towards the semicircle. Shalamba there. That was Victory. Now Bonaventure looks to clear. Sosa tries to get after it, and here comes Ahad for Canisius. Nice sliding stop. The Stanners keep the pressure on. 1:25 to go, and a clear. That was Zhao. That's crucial. Kiernan doing whatever he can back there for Molloy. Headed forward, here's Sotomayor, left wing. A race to the corner. Gibson races after, as does Bonaventure Shalamba. Over the goal line, corner kick Molloy. 1:08 to go.
Beautiful play by Gibson. He angled it just off of the foot of Victory Shalamba. Now another corner from Molloy. Can they convert with under a minute to go?
Sotomayor once again, both hands up. Goes far post this time, headed on. It's over the crossbar. It settles at the top of the net, and it bounces into the stands. They're going to have to get a new ball. 45 seconds to go.
And this ball is in the stands. Toomey is racing for it. With the clock running here, they just stopped the clock with 43 seconds remaining. Good call by the officials. Play this game fair. You don't want to look back and say, well, we could have had enough time if the officials just blew the whistle. They blow it here. And now clock back running. Cunningham with the goal kick.
Cunningham kicks it as far as he can towards the center circle and headed forward by Frangione. Ahad races after it. Offside called with 30 seconds to go. That gives the ball back to Molloy. They'll look to get it underway with 25 seconds left. Ahad could have put it away there for Canisius. And play is stopped. The time has not gone dead just yet. There's 14 seconds to go now. Kiernan winds up and kicks it towards the semicircle in the 18-yard box. Headed up by Cunningham, left wing, in towards the center. Anxious moments, and it goes wide to the left, and that'll do it. Canisius holds on. They survive, and they advance. They are moving on to the Catholic League State Final on Veterans Day.
What an ending. And at the end of the day, the play that really hurts Molloy, they have to redo the free kick after the offsides. That wasted about 15 seconds. And then Molloy, the header at the end, stopped by Santa Cruz. What a performance for him. And the back line of Canisius. What a job. not allowing Molloy to get those big opportunities. Only 2 shots on goal despite 22 shot attempts. Incredible job by that back four and the goalie, Octavian Santacrouse, his 10th shutout of the season. And after losing last year in the state semifinals, the Canisius Crusaders, who are looking for their first ever state title, are moving on to the championship match on Tuesday night here at St. John's University.
What a finish, and got to tip your cap to Archbishop Molloy on a tremendous game, a well-played effort, and they had their chances. They just couldn't finish the job. They just couldn't tie the game. You look back at a couple chances. Fogarty had that one opportunity on the left wing where he shot it wide to the right, and then I think the big moment was when Gibson had that gorgeous beauty of a shot that curled towards the far post, but by mere inches, it went wide to the left, and in the end, that's really the difference.
You really said it, Roman. It's a game of inches. Ball went on the Fogarty chance, went off the side of his foot. He couldn't control it. Victory Shalama recovers, makes the play. Then Gibson missed it by inches to the right post, goes out of bounds. That really changes the game if it can go in. And I just want to mention one guy on Molloy who was spectacular today, and I'm sure you would agree with me and everyone else watching this game. Javier Murphy, number 34, the goaltender. He's only a sophomore. 10 shutouts this year. Had a couple spectacular saves, 6 saves on 7 shots on goal. 1 went by him today, but if you're Murphy, you're looking back at this game saying, wow, what a season I had. What a performance today. Despite the loss, Archbishop Molloy has a superstar for the present and the future.
So that'll do it from Belson Stadium on the campus of St. John's University. Canisius defeats Archbishop Molloy 1-0. They'll go on to the Catholic League State Final on Tuesday. We want to give a huge shout out to our statistician Max Rotniak for a job well done today. And we've got one more game tonight. 7:30 it'll be Chaminade from the Diocese of RVC against Monsignor Farrell from the Archdiocese of New York. That should be a very fun one. Thomas and I and Max will be back there at 7:30. So that'll do it for now. Canisius on to the Catholic League Final on Tuesday as they defeat Molloy 1-0.